Alright, I'm back. Cause I'm bored. Getting whooped on the game, so I don't even want to play right now. Just not really feeling. I ain't gonna say I ain't feeling good, but my head ain't. I don't know. I feel like I'm even having a hard time speaking for real. It's been like that recently, but I don't know if it's I'm smoking too much weed or if I'm not exercising enough. But I don't know. I definitely been getting cloudy thoughts lately. But yeah, I was thinking about this because I'm seeing like a lot of black women and black men talking about they hate each other and all this and all that. So I think like a solution to all this hatred or whatever would probably be for black men or black women to date black men and black women from other countries. And I say why I think that'll probably be I mean, probably not a solution, but just to open your eyes up to, what could be or whatever. So I remember when I went out with this African girl before, man, she wasn't even feeling me for real. Like it's crazy. She felt like she was better than me, and something felt like and all that. And I hit up after the fact to like see if that's really what it was, and that's I think that's what it was though. She was talking, she wasn't really talking crazy, but her whole vibe was just straight up dismissive, like nigga, I don't care about. So I mean, I dated an African before, but I also met other black women from other countries, like Jamaicans, and I mean, a lot of these women come to America and they get kind of westernized, if you get what I mean, like this Babylonian way of living and stuff, and they start doing what these women do over here, talking crazy, like how they talk crazy and all that. But I also met, I don't know how many black women, but I definitely met a black lady from Haiti that I keep in contact with to this day. And I think definitely women like her and a few others that I'd have met from, wherever. I think they definitely, I ain't gonna say change my mind to what I think black women, uh, not, I don't want to say could be, because people gonna be who they want to be, and during this time, I wasn't really stereotyping black women or whatever or black people because by this time I wasn't like fully into the truth of the Bible, but I was definitely matter of fact while I'm at it, let me shout out somebody who I've been looking at besides the Malcolm X's, Louis Farrakhan's, and all of them. It's this dude named Dawa Israel. And he probably don't even want me to shout him out for real because I think, like I said, everybody been watching me, so he probably already know. You know what I'm saying? And all that. And I know somebody like him would be disappointed or something like that. But this dude named Dawah, Dawah, mean Israel, Israel with a Y in front of it. And he definitely, I mean, I ain't looked at him too much lately, and he denies Christ. So I really, I I look at him, but I try not to. I said a lot of his old stuff. If y'all can go see his old stuff, is really like, especially when I was, looking into the Nation of Islam and stuff, learning from them. Him and then Dawa, Israel, and all that. I'll say they definitely put my mind in a state, not to where it is today, but they definitely influenced it pretty much. So if y'all want to go check out Dawa, like I said, if you believe in God and all that, I think he does believe in God, but I just don't think he believes in the New Testament. I mean, and I get why a lot of people don't believe in Christ. I mean, and I explained it the other day. If you don't believe that God can impregnate a virgin, which is his son, let him die and bring him back to life, then you don't believe that God is God because God can do anything. If God could make the earth the way he made it to do the things it does all the time, then you don't believe in God if you don't think he can do anything. So, but anyway though, that dude Dawa, definitely I pay attention to him if I was y'all. If y'all definitely want to see it from another. Like I said, for lately, I ain't really been looking at him too much, but 'cause they always take his stuff down, and I don't believe everything he say. I'm gonna say that. I mean, I think for the most part, like 90% of the stuff, 95, 99% of the stuff he say maybe might be directly on point. But like I said, without denying Christ and all that stuff, I mean, I get why a lot of people deny Christ, but whatever. So I mean, I just try to look at him and every now and then, and see what he talking about and all that. But he definitely, a person is speaking the truth. And dang, when I came on here, I was talking about something else. I was talking about the solution. That's the name of this video. Yeah, what I was gonna say is, like with the black lady that I met from Haiti, she's actually my roommate and stuff. But I think she definitely was, exhibiting the qualities that I think a man would look for in any woman, and that's a black woman. So I think a lot of women, you gotta, maybe black men and black women problem just American people. Like American people are known for being rude and snobbish and bougie and all that. So maybe that's it. So like I'm saying, with a few women that I met, even though the little African lady, she wasn't feeling me like that. She still went extra, extra, like how these black women be in America and stuff. I was there's a few other black women I met from other places besides Africa and stuff, and they definitely, was exhibiting that, that feminine energy, I would say. Beautiful too, women. I mean, the first time I met the lady from Haiti, she made me something to eat, brought it, served it to me on the plate and all that. And I'm like, dang. I mean, obviously served it to me on the plate, but she was pretty much, you know, not. I don't know. Let me not go there though, 'cause I ain't trying to make it seem like all black women ain't, looking at it, you know, in a different way if they not being feminine to black men. 'Cause some black women feel like they ain't got to be like that at all or whatever. So I mean, ain't no wrong with that. But for the ones who are, I mean, there's definitely some a man appreciates and stuff like that. So I think maybe white people start looking to black people in different countries, you would definitely get that reflection of yourself that you want a black woman or a black man, and definitely the qualities and characteristics that you desire from a woman if you're a man or a man if you're a woman. So that's just how I feel about that. And you see, I was talking about that's what I was thinking about. I'm tired of hearing about this stuff. But besides that, as far as me, like I said, I desire black women, period. But I ain't been having no luck, or I ain't been blessed by guys yet. So I don't like saying luck. I ain't been blessed by guys yet. For a woman who see who you really are, whatever. So I mean, that's cool. Like I knew this was probably gonna happen like this, and I told people I ran when my friend called me to go help him with something. And whatever though. I mean, it's alright to be scared sometimes. Not really scared to die, but scared to go to jail. Everybody out here, like I'm saying, like I was just talking about in my last video with the mass incarceration that went on in the 80s and the 90s with the black men. A lot of I would say like a lot of that stuff could have been prevented. I mean, sure, the government puts us in traps and ghettos or heaps of ruins that the Bible stated, but you got paths in life that you can choose to take. So I would say, yeah, what was I saying? Talking about mass incarceration and stuff. Saying, mass incarceration. I probably do need to stop smoking for real. Talking about damn. But anyway, though, like I was saying, okay, that's what I was saying. I think black men, contributed a little bit to that mass incarceration, even though the government already knew what the bigger plan was. Like people say, they was building prisons more than schools for a reason, because they had an idea of where they wanted to put people. So uh, that's what I was saying about that. Not really, but to finish that thought, since I can't remember what I was saying. And the title of this video is called Solution. Talking about black men and women dating other black people in other countries. I mean, that's not to really disrespect black people in America. Not black people in America, like I said, you outnumber the Native Americans. people look around and wonder how. So, I don't want to disrespect Black Americans or nothing like that. And I don't really want to get my message confused either because, not all Black people are Black people. I be forgetting sometimes I'm speaking from an Israelite point of view. Like all Black people in Africa ain't Israelites, but it's a lot of them in Africa though. It's a lot of them in Haiti and Jamaica. So I'm saying if you find Black people from other places that you ain't used to, then you might get something that you ain't used to, something different. Matter of fact, I heard this one Black dude I used to work with say he was gonna get a girl from Brazil. He's like, my wife's coming from Brazil, and I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. But I was like, I want my wife to be Black. He was like, there's a lot of Black women in Brazil. He's like, that's what I'm talking about. My Black woman can come from Brazil. I looked it up and he was right. This was about when I was really starting to come back into the truth and stuff. I didn't know Brazil had such a Black population, such a large Black population. But that's just what I'm talking about though. Even he was thinking like these girls cool, whatever, but I'm gonna give you one from Brazil. Like, woo, woo, woo. So I think people definitely thinking about that anyway, what I said or not. But just definitely speaking from my point of view, like I was saying, a girl from Haiti that I met, she was definitely what I think any man would look for in a woman, but she was just my roommate, so I ain't wanna. Not only she was my roommate, but she was on and off with some dude at the time. So I ain't even want to get involved in that. Like I already told y'all, people killing people over people nowadays. So I ain't even trying to have somebody thinking they got played and kill me because they think I'm involved, I'm part of the games or whatever. But yeah, we were roommates pretty much. I was going through some stuff. I was really trying to figure that child support stuff out at the time, and the job I was working just wasn't cutting it. I think it was like $14 an hour. My car note was about 370 a month plus about 150 for the insurance, maybe 200. And I had just got that child support on top of my other bills, rent, gas, all that stuff. That job just wasn't cutting it, so I had to look for a roommate. But like I said, everything happened for a reason, though. Cause I ended up working that job, working just being a garbage man. And I never thought I would do something like that. In fact, I probably said I'd never be a garbage man. I ended up doing it. And I'm kind of glad I did it though, because like I said, it was at a certain time in my life I thought I needed that job. So I prayed to God about it, and I started doing things that I shouldn't have been able to do. So that was my early stage of knowing that God was with me, just working a job that I didn't even like. But yeah, that's what I'll say. My solution, pretty much. I mean, I don't know. I can't tell nobody not to swirl or nothing, and I really don't. That really ain't my business. Because if somebody treating you right, yeah, who is somebody else to tell you not to deal with them? I'm just when yeah, I know a lot of Black men are starting to see that a lot of these women, color on the wall, they setting them up and doing all type of wild stuff. They wish they never just met them. And Black women, of course, it's gonna be the. All right, I'm gonna put it like this: a white women are setting up Black men because they just so racist. They just want to lure you in just to do whatever. Y'all know the men; those men definitely gonna be on the same stuff. So I don't know. Like I said, I can't tell nobody to swirl, not to swirl or whatever. But like I said, if anybody want to learn from anybody, definitely learn from Black men. A lot of Black men starting to see like they went over there, and y'all call them Becky and Karens, but I like to call them Kathys. Them Kathys, Kmart Kathys. Not to disrespect nobody shop at Kmart, but I just always pictured them obese white women working at Kmart named Kathy because most of them I met named Kathy. Matter of fact, I had a Miss Kathy in school. She ain't like me either. So that further solidified why I hated Kathy's. But yeah, a lot of them Black dudes went messing with Kathy, and she done set them up. And sometimes it don't even be them. It might be their family members might not like you, don't want you getting, putting yourself all up in their daughters and all that, their mamas or whoever. So they just making a plan to get rid of you, pretty much. So it's the same way, vice versa, pretty much, men and women. But like I said, I can't tell nobody not the squirrel or the squirrel or whatever. But I don't know. That's just how I feel about it, though. Probably look elsewhere. I mean, I think I might have to look elsewhere anyway, because I think Americans, black people in America, are so programmed. Like I don't think I ever recover from some of the stuff I, been through. So it is what it is. Well, I say I'll never recover in the eyes of people, but I'm always try to repent so I can recover with God. That all it is. You repent. You basically saying you sorry for something. You show that you're sorry by not continuing to do it. So even if I don't recover amongst men, if I recover amongst God, the fact that I recover amongst God after I stop believing in Him, that's hey, I don't need validation from people. So like I'm saying, I know a lot of black women probably ain't gonna respect me. They gonna say this nigga's a coward, blah blah blah. And I'm telling all you black men out there, it's okay to be scared to go to jail. Period. I mean, it don't really make sense to be scared to die because everybody got to die one day, and God is in control of that. You can die from anything. You can walk outside, and the airplane can just fall on your head, literally smash you. So living in fear ain't really godly. You supposed to fear God, but not fear man. Because fearing man, you fearing this earth. If you fear man and he can take you from this earth, then that means you don't believe that you gonna see God when you die. So that's just the way I feel about that. But I don't know. I think that might be a part solution. Black women probably date black men from other countries and stuff. But let me see. As far as me, I mean, I welcome somebody, but I ain't in too much of a rush to get into a relationship because I do got to get myself together first anyway. Like, don't nobody want to be nobody ain't got nothing going for themselves. But I feel like God is always working for me. So when I feel like I ain't got nothing going for myself, then I know how to get a job. I know how to go to school. If that's all you got to do in America to make it, then okay, I'll do that. But that ain't all you got to do though. Like I told y'all in the last video, a lot of them jobs people studied and went to school for all them years, they've been replaced by robots now. So it's better to just make your own lane anyway, because somebody made the lane for the robots to replace people. So and they probably didn't even go to school to do that. So I mean, I see the benefits in school, but I just never been a school person. I hated it. I kind of wish I liked it though, because I do see like, man, I mean, I always knew I could learn and stuff in school, but who wants to be a nerd, classified as a nerd? So you start like purposely making yourself appear to be just, I ain't gonna say not a nerd, but just, I ain't gonna say normal, but you just try to make yourself seem like you like everybody else and stuff like that or whatever. But I always knew I could learn in school and stuff, so I kind of wish I would take school seriously because I know what I can do if I go to school. But I just don't think you need to go to school to be smart. And I mean, you got Google nowadays. You can pretty much learn anything on Google that you gonna go learn in school anyway. So, but I'm saying like I see the benefits of school though, because I know in school sometimes you can get hands on, like especially in college, in the field that you're studying and stuff like that. But I went to a trade school, and they told me the same exact thing. Like I said, I applied for over 30 jobs, and ain't none of them called me back. Period. I ain't even get an interview. So, and this was back in 2012, year after I graduated high school. I forget it. A year later, I went to the military. So 2011, I graduated high school. 2012, I graduated tech school. Couldn't get a job. Waited for about a year. Then I went to the military. On top of everything else I had going on here, I'm like, at least I can get a little bit of money in my pocket and stuff. I really always wanted to go to the army for real. So I was young. I used to be silly. I used to want to learn how to kill people and get away with it. But I was gonna go to the army, but people convinced me to go to the Air Force. And like it's way sweeter. Woo woo woo. Da da da. So I went, and it is what it is. So I mean, when I went to people, it's like, man, it's the best time you're gonna have in your life. And they weren't lying, boy. You ain't had no kids, so you ain't had no responsibilities really. You can just do what you gotta do and just go chill out there. If you want to go party, do what you want to do. It was almost like being in college a little bit, but not really. So joining the military to me, I don't think I really never learned anything from it for real. That's part of the reasons why I went, so I could learn a little bit, but I never did. I mean, part of it is my fault because I wasn't even in long enough to probably learn what I was supposed to learn. But at the same time, like I said, everything is, it is what it is. I went, it was cool, met a lot of good people, great people. Wish I would have kept my relationship with them how I did, but I don't know. I was home people to standards that I wasn't even living up to myself. So at a certain point, you got to get real with yourself. I'm like, all right, this is who I am. This is who I was. This is who I want to be. So this is what I got to do, pretty much. But let me see. The title of this video is called Solution, and I'm talking about the military. Solution / random too, I guess. But yeah, though, I don't think I'm doing too much though. Trying to get a relationship while I'm broke, because sometimes relationships can help you though, for real, if you with the right person. And I ain't trying to make it seem like I'm gonna use somebody, but I mean at the same time though, as a man, every relationship I ever went in, I always went into it thinking like, hey, she better use me because I'm gonna use her. Not like in a bad way, but like that's what you supposed to be able to use the person you with. Like use them for this, use them for that. So I don't mind being used because I will use too. So that's just the way I look at it. So I mean I don't think I'm doing too much trying to, you know, find love or whatever. Sometimes people can't help you out. I ain't saying I need some help from people or whatever. Because like I said, if it's as simple as just getting a job and going to school, then I can do that anytime. Right now, I've been trying to write another poem, but I don't think I'm gonna go through with it. I don't know, if people want to hear it at this point, but I always do this before I come up with the one I'm gonna make. I write about 3, 4 poems on like. I mean, I guess that's cool though, because it'll give me, the inspiration and stuff to keep going to the next one. It's like with the last poem I made, I'm pretty proud of that one for real. Like I said, I felt like it was perfect, but I be looking at it sometimes like, nah, I ain't do it how I really, 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 really wanted to do it. But I still think it was perfect, like as far as like keeping the syllable count and stuff, like I said, that I didn't do the last time. So, but I got inspired to make that from something that I made beforehand. And I ain't got the paper. Matter of fact, I do got one that like I said, I was writing right now, but the one articulately protesting, the last one I made, the inspiration came from that one really from the art that I had created, but it also the inspiration for that came from another poem that I was making because with that hell no we won't go section of the poem, I was gonna make another poem called Let My People Go. Like I said, sometimes I feel like Moses, so I was gonna make one called Let My People Go, and I was gonna let my people go. And as a matter of fact, all I did was I just switched to the phrase, the chants out. I just replaced "Let my people go" with "Hell no, we won't go" because that's pretty much still the same line that it was. And I can't find a paper, but originally it was "Let my people go." Right now, I ain't have "Rise Up from Below" at that point. It was "Let my people go." Can like young boys though we saw before. Now they got your dog got shots with the pole. Thanks for this. I know it started off like that, but then I was like, hold on, let my people go. I wanted to take it into that direction because, like I said, I feel like Moses sometimes, but at the same time, let my people go wouldn't really be an appropriate chant for a poem or I won't say chant, but a theme for a poem. Because in this time, God ain't really sending his servants to tell his people or the enemies to let my people go. Because at this point, we free to go. And that's why God in Revelations has said, come out of her, my people. Come out of daughter Babylon so that you will not share in her sins. Her sins have reached up to heaven. Remember, when you shed blood, it pollutes the land. So it's a lot of, think about how many Native Americans they done killed on this land. Like I said, we outnumber them now. And we know how many of us they done killed in slavery. So it's so much bloodshed polluting this land. And God is sending us warnings every year. Every year you see these crazy tornadoes, floods, fires, all this stuff. So I think God is pretty much warning us, like the big one is coming. This land is polluted with so much blood that God is gonna send that last great disaster to destroy this whole damn country. Because we gotta say Black Lives Matter. That's a fact. It shouldn't even be a debate. Black Lives Matter don't mean white lives don't matter. It just means Black lives do matter. That is a fact. But then what was I saying though? But yeah, like I was saying, I be feeling like Moses sometimes, so I was gonna title that last poem, Let My People Go. But like I said, who are we telling to let who go? We free to go. It's come out of her, my people, not let my people go. So at first, when God sent his servant Moses to Egypt in the first time, he was telling Moses, he sent Moses to tell Pharaoh, let my people go. But now God is sending his servant not to tell not to allow Moses to tell Pharaoh to let my people go, but to tell his servants to tell the people to come out of her. See, it's a difference. Now, somebody let you do something, and that mean they in control of the action that you're trying to do. But if somebody tells you to come out of something, and you in control of that action. So, like I said, I was gonna label it "Let My People Go," but I'm like, nah. As a matter of fact, I was probably gonna go through with it, but once I realized I let my people go, hell no, we won't go. I'm like, oh no, I know what this is now. Hell no, we won't go. Power to the people, and bam, just got it from there. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to do Black Lives Matter how I wanted to do it because that's just a 4 syllable count. And that was just I got through it, but and I definitely had to cut it short because I had a few parts I want to put in, like wanna jab us, can't bribe us, and some other stuff I was gonna say, but I'm glad I finished it the way I did though. Cause I could have did too much with it, and I think that's a lot of people problem they got with me. They probably think I do too much, but I don't care. I rather do more than enough than not nothing at all. Well, I mean, I'm doing nothing at all now, but I don't know. Maybe I should take my own advice. But I do take my own advice if I'm being still and seeing that God is God. So whatever. I know that all things work for the good of those who love God. So I feel like I can be still and see that God is God. And other people will see it too. Let me charge this MacBook real quick. Let me talk about this too, though, because I'm seeing a lot of people talking about. I see a lot of these colored people talking about they don't wash up every day, and I think they trying to mock me. I seen Ashton Kutcher talking about it, and a couple of these other celebrities. I know I ain't been washing up every day, but that's because I'm feel like I'm in a dirty environment right now, so I ain't in a rush to go get clean just to get back dirty again. And then besides, like these last few months, over the past year, I done pretty much left all my stuff in Kansas City. And then left a lot of stuff in my mom house, just leaving, thinking I'm finna get a lot more. Just walking in faith, literally. I done left so much stuff that I'm like, I ain't even got that many clothes. So again, I ain't finna be washing up every day, all day, getting clean just to get back dirty. I ain't even working doing nothing. So I mean, when I was working, living on my own and stuff, I definitely wash up every day. I mean, but now I said, I feel like I'm in a dirty environment, and two, I ain't even got enough clothes to even probably last me through the week. So I ain't even really finna be like I keep saying, washing up just to get back dirty. So yes, I don't wash up every day right now. When I get my own stuff again, if I do, whatever you do, I won't be the live stream when I'm washing up every day. Damn. But yeah, that's what I want to talk about with that because I've been seeing a lot of people out there talk about that. And like I said, I think I'll be taking things personally because I feel like a lot of these people don't want me to succeed at all. And so they gonna be all in y'all black ears talking about this and talking about that, convincing y'all to all type of stuff that I might be and might not be. So that's why sometimes I just don't care. People gonna believe what they gonna believe, and people gonna say what they gonna say. But I am where I am right now because of God. So I'm gonna just I'm gonna try not to prophesy anything bad. Like I asked God to send y'all a sign. Matter of fact, when I created that last poem, I said, God, please send these people a sign, good or bad. I mean, I ain't gonna try to prophesy nothing bad, but if I do, forgive me. But let me see what else I'm talking about. Matter of fact, I was just reading something in Isaiah. As a matter of fact, God was basically saying, woe to those who put their trust in Egypt. And this is clearly Egypt. So I ain't finna say what I was about to say. Because I don't want to get none started between black men and black women, whatever. If I even got the power to do that. But just remember that. Don't put your trust and faith in Egypt. A lot of y'all gonna do that because y'all know they can cure cancer in this country and stuff. They got pills that uh make your HIV go away or whatever. So I know a lot of y'all gonna put y'all faith in this country. But remember the Egyptians was doing all that too. And look where they at now. You don't see no black Egyptians walking around because God said they wouldn't be walking around. So he's gonna get rid of all of them. And look, and ain't no black Egyptians in Egypt no more. They all light skinned now. Because they all came from Europe and took over that place and all through that whole continent of Africa. So that's how I feel about that. And, I should read real quick though. I don't know what I did with my phone. I was right here. No, I don't know if I'm gonna read. Just get random on y'all. Talk about random stuff. But I will say this though, and I said this in my 5 Pillars of Freedom video. Like a lot of y'all black women, so silly. Like y'all trust these people too much. Like I was saying in my 5 Pillars of Freedom video, like I was about to say, these people really want to get rid of us. Like they really do. A lot of people want to get rid of us. All they would have to do is just poison that weave that y'all keep putting in y'all hair. And I be seeing a lot of y'all be getting bald because of the weave y'all putting in y'all hair. I don't know. I think some of y'all be saying it come from the glue or whatever, but that's just it. These people gonna sell y'all products to kill your body. Your hair is a part of your body. If you put something on your body that's gonna destroy your skin, your hair, anything to it, then you destroying your body. And so a lot of y'all black women, y'all don't even know if this stuff is giving y'all cancer or not. So it can be as simple as them like spraying the weeds with some chemical agent. Y'all go put it on y'all head. and they all literally just getting brain cancer from the top down. So that's one thing I see, and I think it's a lot of other things they can be doing to target black women too. So I don't want to say everything I'm thinking, like I'm saying, because if this is some of the things they doing, I don't want them to start switching it up. Because the more they do it, the more I can start seeing it. Then I can, look, this the ghetto garbage dude. See what I'm saying? So I don't want to say everything I'm thinking, but I do think those weaves, I mean, that's definitely, I think one of the things they're using to try to target y'all for real. But you see what else talking about? See, I'm brainstorming real quick. I don't know if I want to talk about some black issues or what. I've been doing that. I don't think black people gonna listen though. And a lot of people feel like they got a reason not to. I give people a reason not to, so I get it. Shoot, I would freestyle for y'all. So I've been killing it lately, but a lot of stuff I be freestyling about be too negative. I don't even want to put that type of energy out there. So and that's one thing I'm realizing. Like it's easy to talk about all that negative stuff, like killing people. Like it's simple. So that's why I think a lot of people can become rappers nowadays. It's as easy as that. So yeah, I will freestyle for y'all, show y'all how I've been killing it. But I want to get to a point where I can freestyle about real life stuff and keep going. So I can keep talking about how I pull up with the Glock on your block and talking about all that. But all right, keep going. But that's definitely putting that energy out there that somebody might look up to me one day if I, not if I, but if I choose to go through with it, boom, 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 write all that out, make it have sounding how like they be sounding. Yeah, definitely somebody be like, try to live those lyrics out. So I think I don't know. I don't mind writing poetry for real because you can still put ideas out and lyrics without all the extra stuff. I mean, I can make a poem about negative stuff, but I ain't gonna feel no pressure to have to go mainstream and talk about this and that because that's what you would have to do as a rapper. So I think you can get your point across about making poetry. I really want to make a poem about black women to make up to y'all for how I trespassed against y'all, but I don't think nobody listened to it even like it. And I tried to make a poem about women before, about love in general and stuff, and I ain't gonna say I couldn't do it, but it sounded a little cliche. I think a lot of people make a lot of poems about that stuff already anyway. So, and obviously, when I be writing my poems, it don't be too poetic. Like I'm not talking about flowers running through swimming pools and all that personification and stuff. But yeah, my poems don't sound too poetic. I don't use those what they call them devices of literature, personification, similes, and all that stuff. So yeah, I wanted to definitely make a poem about black women though, but I don't know if I do. It definitely have to be the inspiration coming from God because if I force it, it's gonna sound cliche, or it just won't be how I. Well, to this point, up to the ones I tried to make them, they ain't been how I like them. So it ain't something I would release. and they ain't got to rush to release nothing. Only thing I might rush and stop doing is smoking weed. Oh, no, I like the weed though. Let's see. And two, thinking about relationships and stuff, I'm like, man, my relationship with everybody else I know is pretty much non-existent right now because I don't know. I guess I just don't reach out to people. And people, I don't know. I made a post. I made a post on Facebook one time talking about people can kiss my ass and all that. And so I think people think that's the whole vibe I be giving off. But I always been like this though. Some people call it introverted, self-reserved, but it's a new word I learned though. I ain't even gonna say it because I don't want y'all to think I'm just busting out words to appear smart, but it's a new word definitely that I learned. That I think I ain't gonna say it describes me, but I do think it's descriptions of me in that word though. But I mean, introverted and self-reserved, all that ain't too far off either though. So, like I was saying, my relationship with everybody I know right now, it's pretty much like I don't know them and they don't know me, and it is what it is. I don't know. So part of the reason why I be feeling like that too, though, is because like, man, I feel like I'm supposed to be a billionaire, and everybody know it. Well, probably not right now because all the ghetto guys and stuff. I'm probably ain't supposed to be a billionaire now, but I feel like before all of this stuff happened, this is why I be mad too, man. I be feeling like people know what other people are saying, why they not gonna support me. People that I know, so I'm like, why y'all ain't telling me nothing? And that's probably why I keep, doing what I'm doing anyway, because I'm trying to get the answers out of people. If people are, widespread checking me out and all that. If I put something and then they start talking about it, then I know they're watching me. Like how the news started talking about the stuff I was talking about in a sarcastic way, trying to make fun of me. So sometimes I just say something to see who repeating it or who putting that BS out there or whatever. I ain't saying I just be saying BS one time, especially when I'm talking about the Bible, but sometimes I might comment something online, say something crazy, like, oh, okay, yeah, these people against me. Ooh, see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Whenever a date website I made, say God gave me a lot of intelligence. That's really just reading body language, not even body language, just whatever. I'm gonna stop talking about it though. But yeah, that's what I was saying too. Yeah, I was saying too. Sometimes I just, you know, try to see who's saying what or whatever. So I see what's going on. But when you're comfortable in your own skin, I feel like you're gonna always win. So it's the meaning of being you. But let me see. I don't know. I can't really think of none right now. I started this out talking about the solutions to fixing black relationships. To meet somebody from a black country, I mean from another black country. Now I'm talking about black relationships on the internet. So I guess I ain't too far off. If I do get off topic a little bit, everything relating anyway. So I'll get back to what I was talking about anyway. Yeah, definitely though. I was starting on this new poem though, but I don't know if somebody gonna like it. Not somebody. I don't know if anybody like it. So yeah, if I come up with a poem for black women, it's definitely gonna be something out of this world, like something that was supposed to happen. But right now, I just can't see it. Like I said, I tried to make a poem about love before. I just maybe at that time I didn't really know what love was, so I couldn't really talk much about it poetically. But even now, I'll be thinking about it like, man, like I said, all the people who have made poems about love before, anyway, it'll be too hard to try to make one and have it not sound like everybody else's. So I don't know. I wanted to write a book. I don't really know where to start. Writing a book seemed easy, but not really even a non-fictional book. I was just trying to write a fictional book about something I'm thinking in my head, something I think people might read. But like I said, I don't know how to start it or whatever. So I don't even know how to start none of my poems for real. That's why I felt like making that articulately protesting. That was definitely inspired from God. Cause I didn't know where I was gonna start with that, where I was gonna get it from. Power to the people, Black Child Jew with Hebrew. Boom. Now it's done. All I gotta do is keep rhyming that and go to the next one. So that was the inspiration for that. To try to make a poem about love, it's kind of like you got to start off on your own. Like, but I heard a rapper, I forgot who it was, say something smart one time. They was like, man, the thing with getting started is just getting started right that first line and trust that you're gonna be able to keep going after that. So I mean, I definitely feel that. But besides the poetry and stuff, though, uh, see, I'll say this too, because I've been thinking about the ghetto guys and stuff. I mean, I'm always thinking about it now, for real. And man, sometimes I feel bad about it, way worse than I should. I think because I definitely wouldn't be looking at the stuff if I had a girl. Like I'd be occupied with her. But I was thinking about this too. Like I be hearing stories. I think I even seen some one time, like with these girls, black, white, all of them, be going over to Abu Dhabi. And they be doing way worse stuff to them over there. So maybe I'm just focusing my attention on something that's happening everywhere. As a matter of fact, I think they said like it's even I mean, you look in Nigeria, they tell about bring our girls back. Some dudes that went over there and kidnapped the schoolgirls. And then we know that over a lot of the Muslim countries still practice slavery against black people. So I think even somewhat not we not talk about the Quran. I know people don't play about their religion. So it is what it is. But yeah, I mean the truth is the truth though. I think a lot of them, not a lot of them, I be hearing how a lot of them still enslaving black people and stuff. So I'll be looking at that like, hmm. And like I said, with the stuff that they say is going over in Saudi Arabia and all that stuff, how they be boo booing on them and all type of stuff. I'm like, man, yeah, that's what I was saying. Or maybe just looking at that ghetto guy and stuff. I'm just looking at something that people been doing that has been going on the whole time. But when I heard like the R. Kelly was peeing on people, I'm like, not just people, but underage girls too. The fact that it was underage girl, the fact that he just peed on somebody, period. I was like, did he make them do this? And so now I'm seeing with my own eyes, people will go and let you pee on them for whatever reason. So it just kind of makes you wonder, like, how many people are like that out there? I mean, not that I'm trying to find somebody for me to pee on, but I'm just saying it just kind of makes you think like, dang, like you be walking around thinking like, I need to respect everybody to the utmost, and people want to be respecting themselves. And I ain't even gonna say, a lot of them women don't respect themselves because they get peed on the internet. But I don't know, I be thinking about it from all type of angles. I be thinking like, I would never want my daughter to do some porn. I be thinking a lot of them don't even want to do the porn either, so they probably go do the most extreme stuff so they can probably feel humiliated. Like I'll never come back and do this again because I shouldn't have been doing it in the first place. So that's why I think like a lot of them probably do it, but maybe I might be wrong. You don't know. So that's why I can't say they don't respect themselves because maybe they respect go deeper than what I can understand myself. So we just thinking about that whole ghetto gag and stuff. I was just thinking about it more, like I said, the stuff they over there doing in the countries to the women, boo boo and on them, all that other type of stuff. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is. I ain't gonna say this is a bigger issue than America because remember this is all part of that Babylonian system. But man, it do make you think a little bit though. But besides that, see, I got some on my mind. Something that want to come on my mind. Man, I'm just thinking, trying to vibe a little bit. You see, I was thinking about some. Yeah, I was thinking about the washing up stuff, but I keep seeing people saying, "Oh, this nigga dirty." That's basically what they saying. I'm like, yeah, I know. I normally do wash up, but I feel like I'm in a dirty environment right now, so I don't feel a rush. I don't feel a need to go rush and wash up all day. Besides that, you see, I was talking about the ghetto gag and stuff. I know that made a lot of people mad. But I think men and women look at things differently, though. Like, I think a woman who get raped, that'll probably be like the worst thing that could ever happen to her. Because your body is your temple. Ain't nobody just supposed to be able to take it from you like that. But I got raped by a woman before and I liked it. I'm gonna say rape, not making me sound weak or whatever, but it was a situation before. I ain't have a condom, so I ain't want to do it. She didn't care. And so eventually, hey, took it from me, and I ain't stop it because I liked it. So, but a lot of women will probably classify that as rape. Was really I was kind of pushing her back at first, like getting her off me. She just kept coming on. She kept doing it, kept doing it, kept doing it. And she put some moves on me, and I just let it happen because it felt good. So, what I'm saying though. Like I think a lot of women. I mean, some women probably go for that too, but and I don't want to make it seem like I'm, what I'm saying, in the category of women. But like I'm saying, I ain't turning down too much. I just ain't want to do it because I ain't have a condom. But she did what she did, I'm glad she did it, especially since she ain't had nothing. So that's just how I think about situations, though. Like I think with that ghetto guy and stuff, even black men, because when I first seen it, I was shocked and kind of outraged at first too. Like, and like I said, when I first watched it, they weren't doing all that peeing and stuff. They were just being real rough with them. Like I said, I was trying to learn. Like, women don't want a nice guy. They want their hair pulled. They want that booty smacked and all that. So I was looking at it, I'm like, all right, maybe they just have like women like being treated. And if this one of these colored dudes, this fat old man doing it, then I should be able to do it. But then over the years, like I said, I stopped looking at it. Then I started coming back to it for some reason. I guess because it's there, but I did be peeing on them and all type of other wild stuff. So I mean, it's fascinating a little bit, but it's clearly, what I'm saying, done with a tone, with that racist overtone to it. So that's just what's so fascinating about it, though. Because, like back in the slave days, and probably how it works. So it's kind of like, are these women saying, like, dang, like, they just don't care? Like, but like I said, why they do things goes beyond my understanding. So I'm not gonna try to understand because I could sit here and say 1,000 reasons to why they could probably did it, and the only reason to why they did it would be the reason why they really did it. So I don't want to keep talking about that. I said I was gonna quit talking about it. I already know. It is what it is. Like I told people, I ran before the situation. Then I told people about the little ghetto yard and stuff. And maybe I'm tripping because this is how I be thinking. I'm like, man, with this technology and stuff we got nowadays, I know anybody can hack into anything. So I know people can see through the Wi-Fi what I've been watching on my phone, and that's kind of why I've been feeling guilty about it a little bit. I've been thinking people been watching me and stuff for a little bit. I know these people been watching these colored people, but not even these days, even black people got the access to get their hands on that technology to hack into people's stuff and see what they doing and what they watching through the internet and all that type of stuff. So I've been kind of feeling guilty because I've been seeing them watching me and they talk about the stuff I do for real. I know y'all be thinking, why? And they ain't gonna keep talking about what they saying I'm doing because y'all just gonna say I'm chirping anyway. If y'all go ask them, of course they gonna say no. So I'm not finna keep talking about all that stuff. But either way though, yeah, I was, just kind of feeling guilty a little bit. Because like I said, when I did the poem and stuff the first time, I tried to do the shirts and all that, it didn't work. And so I was like, dang, people must know something about me. As for why it didn't work. So the second time when I did it, I mean, I ain't even try to sell the shirts the second time. I'm like, all right, if people, it's what I was thinking. I was like, if people didn't buy it the first time because they was holding something against me, then they probably gonna always hold that against me. But I was like, if people weren't doing it just because they weren't sure about me, then if I drop this new poem, they're gonna be sure about it. So I just think, after I did it the second time, I'm thinking like people was gonna flock to me a little bit, like, hey man, let me get that shirt, da da da. Ooh. But it didn't happen. So I'm like, all right, yeah, obviously you support me for a reason. So let me just tell you all the worst things I've never did in my life. I mean, I don't almost when I was younger, I did something crazy. Almost probably could have got like juvenile life or something, but that was when I was younger. Probably before I was 10 years old, for real. Probably 19 or 11 or something. I think it was before I was 10, but I could have been 10 or 11 or something. But yeah, pretty much, that's just what my whole mindset was at. Like, people ain't support me for a reason. So if that's the case, let me just blurt it out and see, if that's what it is, the people, they whole perception, or not the whole perception, but they whole reaction would be like, oh, we knew that anyway, weirdo. But if it was for another reason, which I ain't even, go through the whole process, then, I mean, I'm tripping from telling you all this stuff about me. But even still, I think some people appreciate the fact that I am telling them all this stuff because if you were going to buy something from me and then you found out about this stuff about me afterwards, and then people probably want to kill me. People probably want to kill me and they ain't even bought nothing from me. So if they give me any money, they probably found out like, oh, he did this. Oh, I'm finna kill this nigga. Like, oh, I would understand that for real. So in a sense, whether people knew about it or not, the fact that people now know, I mean, it is what it is. I think that's about the worst thing, the most embarrassing thing I've done in my life or whatever. So it is what it is. I ain't gonna feel bad about that forever. Because some people actually out here raping people and killing people. So whatever. That's how I feel about that. But I said I was done talking about this. Let me be done talking about it for real. So let me see. Let's talk about something else. We'll talk about sports, but I don't know what's going on right now. I know preseason football going on. I've been watching football on and off on the years. I feel like I should have been in the NFL, so I love football, but I ain't gonna say I love it because you love something, mean you would die for it. I like football a lot, but I be on and off watching it, though, especially since they be on that BS with the kneeling. But basketball, I see the Lakers stacking up again. I see the Bulls just got Lonzo Ball. Thought they was getting Derrick Rose. I mean, no disrespect to Lonzo Ball, but we want to see a hurt Derrick Rose before a healthy almost anybody for real. But let me see sports. I don't really do the entertainment and stuff like that. Like, I watch movies there now and then. But I ain't really no big movie person either though. I can't even name half of these actors and actresses y'all be talking about my face. Uh, movies, entertainment, sport. Let's talk about the Bible always. Hmm. Sports. Let me see what else we talking about. Hmm. I will talk about food. My favorite food. But these people probably watching, they gonna start setting up ways to kill me. Like I want to stop eating super donuts. So I feel like they gonna start putting something in some just because I'm eating them. And then when I die, they gonna start bringing back out the regular super donuts. So I really don't. I mean, that's really a key to life for real. Just being kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Being multifaceted in all things that you do in life. You shouldn't always take the same route to work and from work every day. You should switch it up sometimes in case somebody watching you. So I think the same thing applies to eating super donuts all the time. Like they so good, like I can't stop eating them. But at the same time, I know that if the government really want to kill me, they gonna poison one of them donuts I be buying them from. And I think they'd kill everybody that'll eat one out their store just to get to me. So I kind of want to switch it up and stop eating them. But I mean, I was just telling y'all in the last video, they was giving out the vaccines by zip code. So we already see how they give out food by zip code. You got different brands of food in the hood than you do in the suburbs. So, like I'm saying, is should always switch things up. You shouldn't stay the same all the time. See, ain't got nothing to talk about. I shouted out Dawa Israel in the beginning of the video. I think y'all should check him out. I know he got a couple books he actually wrote, so I ain't never read them, but just by the title, I already know what he own. I know he ain't wrong about it, so definitely go check out Dawa and support him for real, because he been doing this for a minute. You know, I ain't gonna say this because what I'm on right now is the whole Hebrew Israelite stuff. I ain't gonna say what I'm on right now. That's the truth. So that's just what I'm in right now. Being a being a Jew, as they would say. Even though the letter J wasn't invented during that time. So Jew ain't even the right name for who we are. That's why I just say Israelite. And I'm gonna say this for everybody who out there who wonder. All Israelites are Hebrews, but not all Hebrews are Israelites. But all Hebrews are black. Period. So that's talking to people talk about this Hebrew stuff, this Israelite stuff like it's a gang or a religion. I mean, ain't a religion, it's a race, it's an identity, who you are. You are an Israelite. But yeah, like I was saying though, shout out Dawa though. Like I was saying, if you a full blown Israelite, he gonna deny Christ. So I don't deny Christ. And besides him, let me see who else I be checking out. I, mean, I ain't listening to nothing Dr. Umar said in a minute. Uh, he ain't really got a channel for me to watch though. So I know there's one channel that always airs stuff, but I ain't seen nothing he been talking about. But I mean, I think more often than not, he mainly saying the right things. But Dr. Umar, I know that Islam dude, Islam Rizza Islam, I think that's his name. He be saying some real stuff too, but of course it's of an Islamic virtue or have Islamic values behind it. So a lot of people gonna say it's just religion or whatever, but I mean I listen to him, but I know how to separate the religion from the worldly points of view he's talking about. But besides them, I mean I just started watching some black women. They ain't talking about nothing positive though. Like the Cynthia G lady talking about black men. I ain't gonna say they ain't positive because like I said, I think what these women really want is for black men to get their stuff together. I think a lot of them saying they don't want to go mess with these men, but they trying to say that there's so many black men out here that ain't nothing that they got to go over there. So I ain't gonna say they not saying nothing, but saying anything positive. Say it properly, so y'all don't be judging me. But I think just the way they saying things, I think they saying it kind of in a sexist way. So I think that's just what it is about it. Sometimes I think that's what people do anyway. They when they love you, they want to see you do better. They might tell you the tough truth, no tough love. Like I'm saying, everything they say not wrong and everything they say not right. So it goes for anybody. But yeah, I just be thinking about that though sometimes. How black women became so sexist against black men. Not really though, because like I said, I just be seeing this stuff on the internet. I think the government probably putting that to my phone on purpose so we can start thinking that's what it is. But you go outside, ain't no black woman just walking around all day saying niggas ain't shit. She about to go have sex with one. So I don't know. I ain't gonna try to make it sound like it's black women versus black men. Like some people making it seem like it is. I do think black women want black men to get their stuff together, but black men probably feel the same way about black women. I'll say that, but nah, I subscribe to old girl though, Cynthia G. I was looking at another one of her videos, and she was actually getting on a black woman when she first started. So that's why I'm looking at the evolution of people. Like, I'm trying to see it in myself. Like I said, I originally started my channel as the Speaking Soul. I turned it to Blizzak because that's the my performance name, whatever. If I ever start rapping, even if I keep doing poetry, I'll do it under the name of Blizzak. But I'm just looking at how when I first started the Speaking Soul channel, it was really I said I created it to talk about the common sense and intricate knowledge of the world and all this stuff or whatever. Then I started saying fuck white people. So I was just looking at the same thing that other people who be doing this YouTube stuff, not even YouTube stuff, but just in general, activism or whatever you want to say. How first they message might be this at first, and then over time it changes. So I was just checking her out for real. I don't want to make it seem like I'm hating on black women and you know what I'm saying. I had to look one time within myself to see who I was and understand myself. So of course you ain't just know everybody every time you meet them and just know everything they about. So I definitely checked the, just going through a couple pages to see like they be spewing that hate, that sexism. And I think some of them at first was starting out equal, talking equally about just the black problems in the black community. A lot of those black women, but now they talking about strictly black men and they preference of white women. And I mean, I don't know, man. A lot of rich black men do get rich and then start dating white women. For real. I sit here and say I never would, but who cares? But I don't know. So I can kind of see how black women to feel some type of way about that. Like, if a black man get all this money, like, what is he saying? Like, black women ain't good enough to take care of if he get rich. I was taking care of black women when I was broke. I was simping, so whatever. I don't care, and I don't look at it like all black men to get rich and get with a white woman. Because I planned on get rich and being with many black women if that's what they wanted. But I definitely know a few who I can only be with if they want that too. You know, I can be faithful to a woman, but if it's a group of women, like, we all want to be with you, and we don't care if you be with all us, who wouldn't choose that? But I know enough good women, a few back in Kansas City for real, who was good enough to be faithful to. I think anybody you being with, you should be faithful to, but definitely a few I met that was pretty much, what I was asking God for. But my whole thing in Kansas City though was like, man, I knew I was gonna do this whole shirt thing and the poems and all that stuff. And so I'm like, if this don't work, I don't want to start nothing serious with nobody, and then I don't know what's in store for my life. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna release this poem and get murdered. I don't know if I'm gonna release this poem and just can't find a job somewhere because all these people know about me now and they don't want me around. I don't know if I'm gonna release this poem and all type of stuff could happen. So I really want to get into nothing serious out there when I had the opportunity to, because I don't want to meet somebody and then fall off because I wrote a poem and then she started saying niggas ain't shit because I started something serious with her that I couldn't maintain pretty much. So that's pretty much how I looked at things when I was out in Kansas City. When I was out there, I thought Kansas had the most beautiful women in the world. And I came back to Chicago, I'm like, damn, these black women in Chicago are just off the charts, boy. Just them little fake eyelashes thing y'all be doing. Oof. But I just, it's everything from y'all head to y'all toes for real. So I thought the best black women were in Kansas, and I ain't trying to say they ain't. But since I've been back in Chicago, matter of fact, somebody got a song, ain't gonna say her name, but she was saying she going back to the South where her roots ain't watered down. I was in the South for a minute, boy. I remember I went to Atlanta one time to a college tour. They up there, I don't know what they eat, but they thick and fire. A lot of these, like I'm saying, I come back to Chicago, man, you can't really say one city got the best looking girls because they everywhere. I mean, and as I'm getting older too, I'm starting to realize that the things that I like on the outside might not be on the inside. So even now, I'm just looking at the things I see on the inside with a lot of women, just the characteristics of that womanhood that they may or may not possess. That's what I'm looking at now. Like, okay, like she got it going on. Like, she taking care of things. That's more sexy than anything for real. I ain't talking about taking care of, a man, and I'm talking about just she handling her business as a mother, an entrepreneur if she got her own, as a worker if she worked for somebody, all that. Those ain't gonna say those are the things I look for, but those are the things you definitely notice. So I definitely met some women who I probably wouldn't mess with before, but now I know myself. Now I can know them on the inside. Now I'm like, oh, okay, these values that you have resonate with mine, so they don't. So at the end of the day, anybody can have sex with anybody, and that's what you want. And you can live your whole life doing that. But if you want somebody to build with and all that, then you got to know who you are first, so you can know what you bring to the table, or not even to the table, what you bring to a relationship. A lot of people set the table, not just what you bring, but what your values are, what their values are, and all that. So that's how I feel about that. But let me see. Hold on real quick. See, I'll be on for a few more minutes. Had a thought I want to get y'all, but nah, I keep that to myself. I got this book right here I started reading called Notes of a Surviving Black Panther, and I can't even get through the first few pages. Thinking about so much other stuff right now. I definitely want to finish reading that though, if anybody ready. I ain't got it. This is actually my brother's book. My brother's book. All right, I think I might be done. I can't think of nothing else. Next time I get on, I'm probably be reading from the Bible. So I'm out.